Guys, welcome back to another cooking episode. Now, currently, we are on a trip, a little bit of an outback trip to Murchison Station, Midwest WA. Now, as you can see, we're probably in God's country. This is absolute paradise here. The midges are pretty bad, but that's why the fire's going. So, as part of an ingredient challenge that I usually like to do on our trips now, where we like to use one ingredient and then base the whole dish around that, I am choosing, well, this challenge is alcohol. So I'm using stout. New Campfire Stout from Shelter. Check it out. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to knock up a beef and stout stew. Beautiful for a nice cold night. So I'm not going to take long with this one. This is brisket. This is a slab of brisket from Dave from Cutting Edge Butchers. And what I'm going to do, this is a pretty easy recipe, I'll be straight up with you. I'm going to chop up this brisket into nice big chunks. I'm going to go and quickly brown them in the camp oven. As soon as I've browned them, I'll throw all my ingredients in and then you just let it cook for 4 hours. So I'm going to go and cut this brisket up, go and brown it on the fire, and I'll see you back when I'm finished. I do the old Davo.
That's how Pete lost his fingers.
And that's how it happened.
Using the Shelter Scout for the
as the Guinness,
yeah. What a perfect name, though, Campfire Stout.
Yeah, I know, dude. Okay, so that brisket's nice and browned. I didn't actually tell you guys I put a light rub on the brisket as well, just to give it a bit more colour and, you know, melt it down a bit more so that you can create more juices. So that there, basically now what I do is add, you know, your bloody holy trinity, isn't it? It's onion, carrots, celery, chop them up very, very roughly. See, I'm not even bothering skinning them. This, I mean, this is a one-pot dish, super easy. That's the celery. I'll throw a quick bit more of olive oil in. Onion you can do whatever you want with, you can dice it. As you can see, I'm really not taking much care, but it all sort of shrinks down when it's been cooking for a while.
I like the shape, the old school square shape. Yeah, because the square it is, you go.
Next, I'll go beef stock. That's so important. I reckon a nice rich gravy, that's the main part. And I'm basically just going to cover half the meat, and then the secret ingredient, the main ingredient, Shelter Campfire Stout. This is a brand new product. Frothier the better. Look at that. Tomato paste. Couple of bay leaves. And then some thyme. Sprinkle in some dried thyme. And I think, oh, sorry. I had a bit of, you can actually sort of throw anything you want into this recipe. I have a tiny bit of leftover streaky bacon, and I want to use it up. I'm not going to be using it tomorrow morning, so I'm just going to cut that up roughly. Fat's flavour, baby. And guys, it's seriously as simple as that. That's quite watery right now, but that liquid needs to soften that meat and produce the flavour. I'm going to need 4 hours on the fire. I'm going to check it after 2 hours, and if the liquids died down a bit, I'm going to just keep adding more stock and more shelter, basically equal parts. Or maybe a bit more stock because I'm going to drink half the bloody stout anyway. So guys, I'll come back to you when I've finished it, because it's going to be absolutely beautiful. I've got some nice crusty bread to have with it, with about an inch of butter on top. It's going to be so good on a cold night. We'll see you soon, guys. Cheers. Right guys, that's been on for 4 hours, like a real good 4 hours, because you really do need time for that brisket to soften and break down. Now if you could see this, I reckon you'd spit out, it's so damn rich. Like, look how beautiful and dark that is. So I'm going to get someone in to try it. I've got a crap load of crusty bread here for the boys. Davo, come try this, mate. Look how beautiful. Yeah, mate, got him sorted.
Wow, look at the colouring.
Yeah, nice and rich.
Jeez, looks like that, doesn't it?
Try that, mate. And I got crusty bread here too for you. How did that brisket break down?
Yeah,
yeah, it looked like it did. So that ended up being like 2 cans, or 2 or 3, maybe 3 cans of the.
That's rich as, man.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. Nice, rich beefy flavour, you know. So
that's really good.
Beautiful.
Yeah, awesome.
Well, guys, as you can see, super easy. Brown your meat, throw your ingredients in, make sure there's plenty of liquid and plenty of stout in there. Throw it on the fire, 4 hours, off she comes. Bread, thick butter, and get into it, mate.
Yeah.
We'll see you in the next episode. Cheers, guys.